Toy Cat, and today I'm going to be playing the 10th best seed of 2025 from yesterday's video, and I'm going to be going at it in hardcore with half a heart. This is going to be an opportunity for me to try streaming in what you might call the traditional streamer way, where I'm going to be putting a lot of focus into the game to see if we can actually do this. I want to defeat the Ender Dragon, and maybe some other things as well, and the way we're going to make this half heart, because honestly, hardcore is hard enough by itself, but we have difficulty tweaks, which is a thing I've been working on, just to make my, I wanted to have a tool to make Minecraft harder, and with KMB, we've been putting this together, and there's a half-hearted setting, which as you can see, locks your health at half a heart. You'll never be able to recover above that, which is pretty rough to say the least. So now we can throw away the book to make sure we're not tempted to turn it off, and let's see how well we do today. How's it going, Internet? Happy Monday! You having a good one? Sorry, this is too much talking. Normal streamers are like, good spawn, good spawn. But I really loved this world. When I saw it in the best seeds, immediately I was like, wow, this one is so incredible. I can't imagine 9 seeds being better than it. And you know what's crazy is I don't think we did find 9 seeds better than it. I think it was my favorite one if I was going to start a brand new world. Like, look at that. We've got a Cherry Grove. We've got a village inside of a dripstone cave. We've got an iron golem, as well as having a, a chest over here, a blacksmith chest. I think that this is like the prime seed to do a silly challenge like this on. And Generic E-Girl, by the way, good to see you. Been a little while. Also agrees that it is sick. So I've got myself, oh man, this is, see, look at this. I'm going to do great today. I've got myself a bunch of armor, which, just to remind you, seems incredible, but does nothing. I'm still going to die to one hit to any source of damage. Literally, I could, if I jump on this spike the wrong way, let me show you something silly. If I were to jump on this spike, okay, I'm going to be careful about this. If I were to jump up and then fall right now, that would kill me. Which is great, because this is the fastest way to end this challenge, but, yeah, Dasher says don't jump on dripstone. That's a good idea. I think I should not be jumping on dripstone. I'll keep some with me in case it kills a mob or two, though. Anyway, Clary, thank you for remembering. Welcome back to the club. I think I might make myself something, yeah, I guess some copper tools might be good, just to skip that normal grind. And then since we're in a cave anyway, we'll probably find enough stone to make a furnace. Oh, actually, we don't need a furnace. We just need fuel, and we'll be good to go. So let's make ourselves some tools. It'll be weird to go straight into copper tools, but that's what we can do here if we have coal, which we totally do. And then we'll use the pickaxe as a way to punch the golem, and then we'll just go to the nether. Honestly, we could probably speedrun this seed if we knew enough about it. Maybe it's an incredible seed in the nether and the stronghold part too. But yeah, let's throw this in here, plus that. And then let's start making some bread. Oh, I don't have any. Oh, I'm gonna have to break at least one. Unless there's a fishing hut in here somewhere, I'm gonna have to break one piece of wood. I think that's a fishing hut, maybe? No, that's not. Is it? No, that is a fishing hut. It's got a... Yeah, that's a fishing hut, chat. Okay, chat, I do not have to break a single piece of wood today if I don't want to. Just incredible news. Never been more excited about anything. So I can take my free... Well, at least with my fist, I mean. I can take my free copper ingots, and I can craft it right into an axe. Hey, you ever see something so glorious, chat? Well, actually, I still need sticks. I could theoretically run all the way to a desert. It might be a bit of a journey to go to one of those, so instead... Or a jungle, actually. But instead, we'll just break some of the ceiling here. I guess I do have to punch some wood with my fist. Absolutely tragic behavior. Anyway, now we can make ourselves some sticks, and then make ourselves an axe, which we can then use to get the rest of the stuff that we need. And then life is good. Also, we can make these bread. Also, Generic E-Girl Low. It's good to see you, by the way. How have things been? I hope the answer is good. Also, it's good to see you, Beth Altair, and indeed, Trigger Landmac. Haven't watched your streams for months. My entire life has changed its timeline. Very weird when thinking about it. Yeah, I've been thinking a lot about this concept of, like, a life in transition, where, you know, like, yeah, you have to, like, find the space for things again. It's not the... Everything that you want to do is assumed to have space. Is that you have to go out there specifically and find it. Which, you know, can be challenging in its own way. So, congratulations on presumably at least slightly finishing that. I think sometimes, like, life transitions are scary, but, like, important, right? I think it's really essential to have somewhere in your life you know, the change towards what you want to do. It's sometimes really easy to choose the comfortable over the important. And, like, kind of rightfully so, I think, on some level. Also, I had leggings I didn't pick up, and a saddle. Yeah, we're going saddling today, chat. A saddle might help me with, like, avoiding mobs if nighttime comes. But I'll hope that I don't need to rely on it. I am going to grab some beds now. Could theoretically use those in the end, but that would be absolutely insane for me to do. And then we'll grab another one. You know, one bed will do. Let's just assume this one beautiful red bed will get me through everything I need. And I guess now we should go kill the golem. Which means ideally probably having a sword. A copper sword sounds good to me. Isn't it wild a copper axe does as much damage as a wooden sword? Anyway, let's go and let's show the guy who's boss. You want to come get me? I've got to really make sure he doesn't hit me because I will be dead. Okay, so let's stand here. 3 blocks up. Kill the golem. Get a bucket. Move on with our life. How does one remember? Said 6. I think what it is, I think you get a member milestone when you do it normally, and you get one of those messages if you don't do it normally, like it lapses and then you get it again. So it is that is, I guess, the difference. In my mind, I think it's a similar thing. Also, the constant jumping is very scary. You know what? Let's fix that. Today's a calm day. Today is a nice day. No, seriously, chat. Tomorrow's the Mounts of Mayhem. Today, I have no major stress on myself. I'd like to do this. And I feel like I can do this. So we don't need to worry. We don't need to be scared or stressed or concerned. We'll get this done. We'll get it done on our own terms. If I don't want the beef, I won't get the beef. What I do think is interesting is that there's a giant, like, dripstone underneath the village here, kind of holding it up. It's the sort of thing you spot when you actually play a seed that you don't by just, like, playing around with it. So, yeah, I think that, also, hi to Cat. First time I've been to a stream. How are you? Good to see you, C-Gamer. I'm doing pretty well. I think, honestly, chat, I think today, it's weird because, you know, even with the Saturdays off, there are just days where I'm like, I am really excited to make this video, and it sucks that I have to be like, I'm going to stop making this video so I can stream. It's a really weird, like, it's like the top level definitional first world problem, right? But it is still a problem, at least for me. I'm going to try and tame this horse. He's not very fast. I don't want to tame him anymore. So let's instead run over here. Being very cautious, by the way. If I stand on one of these dripstones wrong, it will be game over. Oh, there's so many of them here, too. So just really make sure we don't do that. Yeah, we'll tame one of these horses, maybe. Or even the one that's out here. It must be fast if it managed to escape, right? And I think having a horse will be good. I think also having some, like, torches. I don't know why the torch recipe isn't here. Let's teach the game about that one. But yeah, having a horse is going to be really good for allowing me to get away from engagements. Having torches will allow me to prevent engagements from happening. Torches, beds, horses, and blocks, I think, are going to be the secrets. So we're going to maximize as many of those as we can. I often go weeks or months without watching a stream. Not a fan of big multiple-hour videos. Yeah, still a 9014. I get your logic quite a bit, actually. It's one of the hardest squares to circle as a streamer, is that it's very time-intensive, but also that means you're asking for a bunch of time from your viewers, right? It's and so, you know, you're really not supposed to say things like, wow, this is taking a bunch of time. I meant to be like, yeah, we're just hanging out. This isn't real time we're using right now. These are chill hours. These are free units, which is why I'm treating it so chill today. Partially, it's just like, yeah, let's do something fun, eh? But yeah, I think if you really want me to be as self-critical as possible here, it is a lot to ask for anyone for, you know, that amount of time off someone. Also, I don't need to use this anymore. I can use a crafting table, and then the crafting table will make me a bucket. The bucket will allow me to take this, and now I can cook up all of my stuff for free. Easy peasy. And then I'll take the other bucket, because you never know when you'll need an extra lava. So, but yeah, I think that I think asking for a bunch of time from someone is a huge thing. And that's why, like, in the streaming space, if you have 5 viewers, you are killing it. The first time we broke 100 viewers regularly, I was like, wow, this is something nuts. And I remember feeling like when we had, like, you know, like 200-300 regularly, I was like, wow, this is a little community. Because first of all, 200-300 people doesn't mean the same 300 people are there. People are coming in and out all the time. But also, it's like, yeah, I can't believe people want to, like, in a long-form space like this, you have to want to have that kind of, like, let's just chill. Let's, you know, like, 2 hours is too long to be like, let me know about some crazy, you know, like, the hyper-screaming YouTuber style that was oh so common. It just does not work in the long-form form factor. So, chat, I'm going to use the nighttime. I would use the nighttime to find lava, but it's not going to work very well because I will just have mobs that spawn and kill me. Yeah, it's not worth... I don't think it's worth doing. Oh, so this... I can't wait for tomorrow, chat, for this reason alone. It's so stupid that amount of water made my horse go, whoa, can't believe you're doing that. So I'm going to do the tiniest little check, chat, to see if I can see lava. Oh, wait, over there, right? Oh, this horse sucks. It's going to get me killed if it can't jump. There's something over there, right? Yeah, there's a little something. We'll go looking for it, but we'll sleep first, because I'm going to die to a skeleton otherwise. It's just going to happen. Well, long-form videos are good for background music. Well, specifically then, one of the things I actually quite... Also, I should be very careful. Also, I'm going to go get the beef. No point leaving it there. I like making long videos that are good for second screen watchability. You know, it's important to have stuff for the first screen viewers. But I've always enjoyed the format of, like, let's focus on your, you know, I do think that there are so many tasks in life that need that kind of, like, something to get you doing it. Including, in some cases, like, making videos. Like, for this Friday's video, if I can, you know, pull it all together in time, the one that I'm working on right now, there was a whole thing I wanted to do of, like, explaining the history of something. And I was like, actually, it might be cool if I build this in Minecraft. Even if it's, like, way more scuffed and terrible. Just because it's a bit of variety in how to show information, if nothing else. And then I was like, I was like, okay, I'm going to build this. But while I build it, it's going to, you know, let's say it takes half an hour or something. Let's like, listen to something while we do that. And I think that is... I think the number of tasks in life... You know, the fact that when people drive, they listen to the radio is, like, proof that, like, there are lots of tasks where your visual attention is required, or maybe some other sense. But your mental space isn't required. And I think streams are really good for... Also, ooh, another dripstone cave, huh? I think streams are good for that. So yeah, we're going to go this way, chat, because I saw some light last night. And I'm hoping that means there is a lava pit. I'm not feeling that positive about it, but it's like a good first point of call, right? I don't take buggy full damage somehow. Yeah, that's a good point. No elytras in this challenge, that's for sure. Okay, so over here is looking promising if a bit steep. There could still be something there. Oh no, there's a drowned. Okay, that could have been my life ended if he had a trident, chat. Oh, and let's just get our horse into the river. Honestly, if he stays in the river, then at least I know he's not gotten lost. Let's pray. Let's see if there is, in fact, some lava for me. If it's this vertical, it would almost certainly be one of those. Also, we have to watch out for sweet berries. Sweet berries are a death sentence. Imagine dying to a sweet berry. Oh, God. I would not be able to live that one up. Hello, Toy Cat. Any more thoughts about Hightail? Yeah, I'm excited for Hightail. It's coming out really soon. I will give it a try. I will definitely give it a try. And I think that lots of people probably should. Again, the whole, like, I think the thing that both Reforge and Hightail are struggling with a little bit is this, like, yeah, the blocky game space is quite an interesting spot right now. But competition must be good for Minecraft. I really do. I have this deep fear in my head. There's a phase in the business cycle called, like, the cash cow phase, where you realize something is popular and you can make it very profitable, And so it's not worth doing genuinely innovative things if they have even a chance of interfering with the profitability. And I do worry, like, you know, because Minecraft... Like, if you think about the drop system, it came out exactly when we got add-ons. And it's like, yeah, everything now is all about how many add-ons can you get? What can you do with those add-ons, etc., etc. And that does seem a bit concerning to me. That maybe a bad drop cycle is good for the add-on world, if you know what I mean. Okay, so jump over here. Yeah, chat, I don't see any lava anywhere around here. Obviously, there's not going to be lava there. I think it's very unlikely we see lava over there. Is that a mesa or is that just... No, that's just a plains. I think we should go back this way and hope for the best. Oh, no, no! Well, the good news for anyone who was looking for a short... I'm just kidding. Sorry. Okay, so here's the scoop. I'm going to try this again. I'm a little torn about whether to use the same seed, because I guess I could use the information I got on my first run to help on the second, but arguably I could already know the seed anyway, so there's no such thing as cheating or not. So we'll do it anyway. I could try another one of the top 10 seeds of the year, but I really thought this one was going to be special. 10th best half-heart speedrun. Yeah, let's do it. Hardcore on. Behavior pack difficulty tweaks also on. Multiplayer off. Let's play some Minecraft. Yeah. Yeah, we made a silly. We made a little bit of a silly. So chat, I found something wonderful. As you'll know from my previous streams, I love Bucks Fizz. And so I found myself Bucks Fizz popcorn at Tesco. It's popcorn, but it tastes like Bucks Fizz. So Bucks Fizz is a British drink, I'm pretty sure. It sounds Scottish if I'm being totally honest with you. But it, this cat is gonna meet an awful end if he's not careful. Also Minecraft, but you can mine and craft. Good idea.
But you can mine and craft.
So Minecraft, but you can mine and craft. Challenge, start, let's go. So I'll be much faster now, all the knowledge we picked up from before. We start by breaking some hay bales. Then immediately work our way over to the chest. The chest loot should be the same, thank God it is. And we grab every one of these, plus a saddle, bread, and that. Perfect. Put all of these items on. Might protect me, might save my life. Well, we go back now over to this area to get some copper and some coal. There's some coal, to the left is some copper. Let's get smelting. We need a chest plate, and we need all the other stuff, a sword, etc. So a sword and an axe is a good place to start, I would say. Popcorn that tastes like a drink. Yeah, exactly. Sounds incredible. Also, it's good to see you digging troops. How are you doing today? I hope... I guess it must be morning for you, huh? That's kind of crazy to think about. Also, I can hear it now. I have sound now. Oh, I'm glad you have sound. I've always had sound. I hate to tell you, but I'm glad that you hear it as well. I do want to turn on the Minecraft music again, though, actually. We'll quickly pause the timer for this. And then we'll go to audio, and we'll go to music, and we'll just put it at 24 or something. Okay, see, it looks good. So, what add-on are you using? It's called Difficulty Tweaks. It's one we're just kind of playing around with and testing. I think this will be a useful test for it, maybe. It's a simple test, but hopefully a good one anyway. Not a toy, not a cat, but a toy cat. Toy cat can take full damage. Yeah, that is a, Also, we got this track, chat. We got this one. This is such a funny... Very thematically appropriate for me to get this one after yelling about it in the video essay. Okay, red and yellow. That makes orange. That makes 2 orange beds, if you ask me. Then I put one of the orange beds up here, as well as the dye and this. And honestly, the saddle, too. Then we're going to go and break a single piece of wood and turn that into all of my tools. Let's go. Love your member-only videos, says Poke J. Which one do you like the most? I said life, like I got stuck between like and love. Which one do you like the most? I'm doing okay, and yes, it's morning. Good morning to you, then. Top of the morning to you from your favorite, the world's favorite Irish streamer. Irish with an asterisk. Streamer with an asterisk, too. Now we're going to go kill your boy. Chat, do you see your boy? Your big beefy, bureaucratic state boy? Here he is. So if I wanted to be really cheeky about this, I could jump on one of these dripstone and kill him from there. But I think that would get me killed first. So let's go. Oh, no. Okay. Can't die. Dying is bad. That's a useful pro tip for Minecraft. Now we get some nice criticals on him. And it'll be good. I like the new music, but it tends to get a bit loud in game. Yeah, it's... Again, I think there's a... I think I'm starting to realize... Okay. I want to give Mojang massive props. They have stayed a relatively small company in terms of the core competencies. They have several hundred staff, but most of the staff work on, like, corporate compliance, PR manager. I am their head of corporate compliance amongst PR managers. I am the PR manager for the corporate compliance team. By the way, Ryan!
Merry streamers. Hope everyone gets what they want from Toy Cat Claws. Don't forget to leave out a plate of lobster rolls and glass of colorful juice.
Beautiful, by the way. If you're curious about what my drink was today, I got Pocari Sweat. And so I went for a run just to, you know, really feel the value of it. And it was very interesting. So now we got a bucket. I guess we should save our... Wait, we don't have any coal to save. But if we did want to, we could. And then we're going to go pick up some extra coal and some extra food and then start to smelt that up. Then we'll go on our way, but a different way this time. Using my... It's like a time loop. I'm using my prior knowledge to help out on this run. Which should be real fun. Do some kind of Japanese accent. Oh, it's been a while since I could do a good Japanese accent. You know, you got to be cautious with East Asian accents, right? You don't want to be... It's got to be good for it to be not offensive. I mean, like, for some people it will always be offensive, but, like, if you just speak like this, then I am not doing... I am going to get cancelled, I think. I think that was Yoda. I'm sorry. I apologize to everyone and anyone affected by that voice. So, yeah, I never liked Pocari Sweat. Yeah, it's really good for when you're hot. That is the sweet spot for the drink. Like, I think there's something about... There's a perfect degree of saltiness, like barely even perceptible to the human taste, that when you're sweating, you just need. Or, you know, why it's called Pocari Sweat, maybe. I don't know what the Pocari part of it means. Hi, Toycat, where'd you get Pocari Sweat? They sell it at Asian stores here. And I again, like, throughout my childhood, I used to love trying American drinks. And they've become very accessible now, which is both good, but it means if you want, like, a weird drink from another country, now I think Asia's the go-to. I think Asian drinks are where the interesting drinks are at, and American drinks are, like, mass-market slop. You know, obviously, that's always been true, blah, 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 or, like, there's a lot of other arguments and interesting things about that. But as far as, you know, to my British palate, pre-sugar tax British palate, at least. Yeah, that's how it is. So this is definitely my guy. I'm going to back him. He's going to kick me off. That must mean he's a good horse. And then he's going to love me this time. And I'm going to put the saddle on him. On goes the saddle. Can he jump high? Oh, not very high. But high enough to save my life. He's very slow, but I think I'd prefer a higher jumping slow guy. Bet you can't water bucket clutch a full block full. That sounds like a challenge accepted moment, Dasher. No. There are people here who want to see me do real things today. And I must appease those people, I assume. Okay, now let's make all of this into that. So we have a pile of bread just sitting around. I'm going to make myself a copper chest plate. Just because, right? And then I'll make myself like a copper shovel and stuff too. Like having a full set of tools might come in incredibly useful. Who's to say? And then I'll keep this kind of like here. Yeah, this is a messed up inventory, but it works, chat. Okay, let's go on our voyage out to find some lava. It's slightly earlier in the day, which should help me. And hopefully we find something. I know the best food from drink from Asia is some of the best in the world. I mean, it makes sense that, like, 55% of the world's population is in Asia. So if you assume just an even distribution of, like, good stuff, you know, architecture or food or... It's just gonna have to come from Asia on average, right? It's like a third of people born, a third of people alive, that's actually even crazier, live in India or China. Both Asian countries. Ignore the rest of the continent. A third of people are Indian or Chinese. Yeah, you ever realize that? Just 2 of the world's nations contain a third of its population. Truly nutty. Truly nutty. Okay, so I'm going to be very cautious with the horse. I don't know if the horse... Oh, there's another village. Should we give it a go? I'll look up here real quick just to make sure. No lava. No lava. No lava. No lava. No lava. That looks like it's lava, but it's just a seashore. So we'll go on a little voyage to the next village and hope for the best. Rice is a staple in Asia. Yeah, there's a really funny thing about it, actually. Like, do you know how many steps there are between growing wheat and having bread? It's actually really ridiculous compared to, like, rice is kind of tricky to cultivate and, like, to cook, I guess you could argue. You know, I want to get some rice naturally growing. Is it tasty by itself? But rice is at least it seems more logical to eat. Maybe that's a big part of why Europe was relatively sparsely populated. I'd say 3/7 of anything. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's 8 million people in there's 8 million people in the world now, which means, you know, every person on Earth has bought 25 copies of Minecraft. Kind of nuts. I'm doing my bit though. Chat, I got a couple copies of Minecraft Xbox recently. I got the old box art and the new box art, and I've also got the other box arts. I got a whole collection of box arts. You wouldn't believe my box art collection. Sounds like a nice Andrew Andrews video, despite me not being subbed to that channel. I don't know who Andrew Andrews is. Is that like a internet? Is that the guy who's always talking about conspiracy theories? I'm sure he's lovely. I'll have to search him up one day. Andrew Andrews, you say? So same name twice? That sounds fake. So let's grab some bread. You should have grabbed the free crafting table from the fisherman's hut. You're right, I should have. Okay, now is the moment, chat. It's nighttime. I'm in a different part of the world. I'm going to climb this hill. And then from there, look for lava. If there's none, I'll go to sleep and then concede I'm doing something wacky. I mean, this is already doing something wacky, but we'll do something even wackier. It'll be fun. I'm sure he means Andrew Andrews, the basketball player. Oh yeah, you know, I have searched Andrew Andrews, and he does come up first. That Andrew guys needs to up his game. Oh, that's something. Chat, I think that's lava, right? Yeah, look at the size of it. Look at the shape of it. There's no way it's not lava. Guess we're going to the Nether. Should be fun. So we got to go to sleep first, which means we can't get shot by a skeleton or blown up by a creeper. I'm just gonna stand on the roof of this house because I see there are no zombies up there. No, we're not gonna stand on the roof of that house. We're gonna stand on the roof of this house, and we're gonna get off, put our bed over here. There should be spots for a bed, really, but terrible design means I have to make my own one. And in the bed we go, entirely safe. So chat, let's eat some Bucks Fizz popcorn. Oh my god. It smells like a bag of wheat. Like, you know, flour even. Maybe a little bit of cheese mixed in. It's very wheaty in there, let me tell you. You know, the bag heard what I wanted. It's the bag of desire, really. Oh no, I need that bed, don't I? I mean, there are more beds for me to get that won't involve a creeper standing between me and it. Don't jump while you're under a block. Why not? Are you worried I'll hit my head? Get myself, lose myself half a heart? Anyway, I'm gonna take one of these furnaces with me. You never know when you're gonna need one. And then I should bring some water over, but I'm just gonna check that it is a proper fire pit first. So chat, let's eat some popcorn together. And by that, I mean I'll eat some popcorn, I'll tell you about it, and you can imagine you are too. Oh. It smells, I realize it smells like wheat, but in the beer way. Yeah, that's what it smells like. There's a little hint of orange in there, but that might be psycho. I might be convincing myself there is orange in there because it is Bucks Fizz flavored. Oh no, chat! It was one piece of lava. Hard seed to find lava on, apparently. Yeah, this popcorn. This is orange juice flavored popcorn. It tastes fizzy. How can popcorn taste fizzy? Like, chat, does anyone understand how you do that? Like, it's really impressive, but also quite the opposite. So that hole over there looks super deep. Look at it. Do you see how deep that hole goes? I bet there'll be a lava pit in there, and if there's not, then I'll just go looking that way. There's a jungle. There'll be places for me. Yeah, I see some lava, but not a lava pit yet. Beer corn. Yeah, you want some beer corn? This is my best Jamaican accent. That was one of the dumb things that always went around my school. You know, there's like some memes that just every kid knows, like that S that everyone saw. One of the versions of that was like, you know, what does the Jamaican want on his burger? And it's like beer can. That doesn't even make any sense now that I think about it. Man, kids are dumb. They get it. They know that there's a joke in there, but they just can't quite express what the joke is. And so they just say it incorrectly anyway. This might kill me, by the way, chat. I can't just be walking into a cave with creepers. But there is no easy to see lava pit. Oh, no. Oh, no. No easy to see lava pit. And it's... Oh, God. And it's dark. So, not for me. There's a pillager outpost over here, which is cool. Jamaican me hungry for beer can. Your school had a more developed version. Yeah, chat, this is actively odd. Bucks Fizz popcorn, the classic cocktail in a perfectly popped snack. To confirm, yeah, it has orange juice powder in here, so I'm getting that taste right. There's no alcohol in here. So it's kind of like Fanta flavored popcorn. But still, pretty impressive. Feels like you can't click off the stream. Why do you say that, Antonia Xavier? How are you doing today, by the way? Hope all is well. No way that other light source was yet another lava spring, unless it was further ahead. It definitely was lava, but it was a spring for sure. That really is orange juice, huh? Yeah, there's orange juice in my popcorn. That's very fun. Does it reveal the secret they keep in theaters? At Toycat, the oldest offspring made me order the popcorn chocolate from last week. Oh, so you first of all, power to them, knowing what they want. I guess you could say the opposite, actually. Wow, so easily influenced. But second of all, I want to say, so after saying power to them for getting it, I want to say, yeah, they're gonna have a great time. It's such a fun combination of chocolate and popcorn. And honestly, that doesn't seem like it should be that good, but it is. Honestly, popcorn might be the secret to a long, happy, fulfilled life. Chat, that looks like lava there, right? Or is that just sugarcane? It's just sugarcane. So, I could go a little deeper that way. I think in this forest somewhere, chat. No, but I wouldn't be able to see it if it was. I'd have to wait for nighttime. And nighttime is... far away, to say the least. So we'll just head this way. And just see where it takes us. Presumably lava eventually. Also, I want to test if jumping up with a horse hurts you. I don't think it does. Yeah, it doesn't. It's just the horse. So, this is my full damage mobile. No popcorn will ever compete with some classic kettle corn. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I still don't know what kettle corn is. I have no idea. Is it corn? Is it popcorn you make in a kettle? It better be with a name like that. Is kettle corn where the word kettlebell comes from? What about kettle chips, actually? You know, which whole separate, you know, like, it's crazy how, like, kettle crisps really took over. Like, out of nowhere. It was like, yeah, this is like a weird niche thing, and then it's like everything is kettle crisps. They are not premium crisps unless they are made in a kettle. Interesting, on Java it hurts you both. Really? That is incredibly interesting, actually. I have no idea you could do that on Bedrock, because on Java you cannot. Oh, I learned something weird you can't do on Java today. I don't remember what it was, though. Yeah, there was something absolutely fascinating where it was like, yeah, you can't do that on Java. And it's like, whoa, but that's like an essential piece of the game. That's a great looking cave. Yeah, honestly, this is a cool looking seed, to say the least. It's nuts how well backed up this is. Kettle corn is the original popcorn. It's cooked with sugar, so it's a subtle sweet and salty flavor. Oh, really? Oh my god. Chat, how does... I don't think I'm fit to play one half heart. I don't think I have the... I don't think I have it in me, chat. I don't know that I can do this. So many caves and ravines. It's not good for a half-heart challenge. Chat. I'm not good at this. I thought I'd be good at this. I was like, yeah, would it be the Ender Dragon? That seems a bit too easy, though. So maybe we should go for another boss along the way. But apparently I am being ridiculous of that. Okay. So you can see the naming scheme slowly fall apart as we do this. One more time. I want to love this seed, chat. I want to find... This is a challenging seed, though. It's very mildly challenging in terms of, like, if you were playing normally, like, oh no, you get suffocated here, you fall a bit here, you fall on some dripstone there. And stack it together, though. Dat Q says, I apologize for a pessimistic take. I must say, beating Minecraft on 1 hit point will prove itself rather difficult. Either way, wish you the best in your endeavor. Dat Q, I appreciate self-aware opinions. I saw something on the internet today, right, chat? And it was talking about the difference between introversion and social anxiety. And I always feel like so much of the internet really gets close to something and then like just misses it at the last second. And I thought there was this really interesting, post that I read about the difference. Okay, let's start. Half heart, let's go. There was a really interesting post I read about the difference between introversion and social anxiety. And someone reasoned that, like, if you're introverted, you just like spending time alone, so you chill. You recharge your batteries when you're doing that. Whereas people who are super socially anxious are the people who are, like, overthinking all the time about, like, they're very on edge. That's why, socially anxious children are described as so well-behaved. Because they're always thinking about what everyone around them is thinking about them. Whereas children that aren't well-behaved are just unaware to the world, right? It's really easy to annoy someone by accident because you're literally just not thinking about them. But the person put this as like social anxiety versus introversion. And I can't help but stress enough how, like, it's very well studied in psychiatry, but like the broadest way that you can describe the differences between how people react to the world is in the big 5 personality traits. And one of those is extroversion, I believe. Or sometimes just referred as outgoingness. But I think that if you are, like, sensitive, like, especially to the concept of rejection, that's the reason why you become... Even if you want to believe that it is just all that. I think, like, being conscientious, even, you could say. But being, like, very aware of the world around you, I think is a personality trait in its own right. I don't think it is. It does have to be a, like the internet's favorite word to describe itself. As someone who is pretty introverted, I also think that's a thing. Also, when the man, I think that it's worth everyone like thinking of themselves, like, what is me? It's something I try to do regularly. It's something I think I'm like semi-forced to do regularly because I'm here on the internet wondering like, what is me and what is you know, what is actually me, and what is my you know, what is me and what is a mistake? What is me? What is the me I want to share with the world and all that sort of stuff? Anyway, yes, we're doing the same thing again, but different, chat. It's going to go way better this time. That's the different. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. I'm going to love it. You're going to love me. It's going to be cool. So, water bucket clutch time. We have nothing to lose. You got a good point, Dasher. I mean, we lose all of this time. Yeah, let's do a water bucket clutch. You know, we're not going to lose the time, though. That's the catch, right? So that's the kicker. Break that. And do my stuff. I'll try to evenly spread it between the axe and the pickaxe. Make sure I get a little bit of both in here. And there we go. He's dead. Okay, so... Chat, if this kills me, everyone can be mad at Dasher. Do you find that being introverted makes it easier to talk to chat as we are collective, not real? Yeah, I think every part of... I think it's really easy to talk to yourself. I realized this recently, like, I think that talking to yourself might be one of the small parts of a useful piece of fair... Okay, so, chat, this is what Dasher wants us to do. 4 blocks, so from here to here. This would kill me were I to do this, chat, but I'm going to water bucket clutch it right now. Oh! Perfect. Nailed it. Okay, so now we're going to cook this up. We need to go get some real food now, or some food. Not to imply that I have fake food. Bread is perfectly good real food. It's not as good as rice in terms of how easy it is to manufacture. You know, if society went down today, I think I just about know how to make bad bread. Like, I think you grind wheat up, and that's how you make flour. And then I know, like, add water to that, and then put it in front of a fire. And then that would make some bread, maybe. It makes something edible, at least, that has calories. Can you just eat flour, though? There's a good reason you can't, but I've never learned what it is. There's got to be a good reason you can't just eat flour. Because otherwise, it's like, it's so cheap, and it's got to be so calorie dense. Also, yeah, but yeah, I think instead of, it's going to go way better this time, dying to lava instead of falling and suffocating. Look, at this point, we can lower our expectations. We can concede of ourselves. Maybe we should just be happy if we make it to the nether. If we make it to the nether and immediately get blown up by a ghast, maybe we should just call that a success. Maybe we should just... No, we're going to defeat the Ender Dragon this time. It's going to go well. It's going to go really well. Okay, so I'm going to jump on this to get over the fence. It's a risky plan, but worth it. And this gives me all the goodies. It probably absorbs your stomach liquids. You making the clutch is a good omen. That's not all how you'd make bread, but it's okay. You'd find berries or something. You know, I guess you're right that there's enough. It's like one of the fun questions is like, if society collapses, is there enough food in the grocery store to keep you going for a while? And you want to believe the answer is yes, but it's not always clear. So I'm going to try and tame a horse now. I don't think I'd be able to do that in the real world. I think I'd be reliant on finding a horse somewhere. Yeah, once the cars go away, because petrol all eventually, like, runs out. You'd have to either manufacture your own petrol, or find something that runs on something else. Is a horse logical? Just live off testo beans for real. Yeah, very real point. Okay, we got a jumpy horse that's slow again, but a little less slow. Add this with our bucket clutch, and it's a very good omen, chat. So I don't need many of these, but I do need my bucket. Yeah, we'll just take that, and if we come back to this village later, it'll be a freebie waiting for me. As long as the self-checkouts work, we'll be fine. Yeah, that's a good point. Power goes out. What you gonna do? No, chat, I really, yesterday, I had a very, I had an experience that kind of, like, changed my perspective on crime a little bit. Like, it made me a bit more pro-crime. because I was in the store and someone was like stealing a bunch of meat. It's actually someone that has come to my home before, asking for money for because they need some formula for their child. Which, to be fair, maybe they are. They look like they're up to some extracurricular activities, but maybe that, you know, like having a child makes those extracurricular activities stressful. I don't know their life story, anything like that. Chat, do you think I can run through here, or do you think I'll just immediately suffocate? I think I can make it. I think I can make it. Run! Go! No. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Go! No, we're not. We have to break some extra blocks. This is a cool little spot, though. Might be some lava in here. Be very careful. Oh, God, there's a dripstone cave. It's covered. No. Let's get out of there. But I saw a woman running out of a bunch of meat. You know, someone who was known to the community was just like, yeah, I think I could do with 100 pounds of meat. Which, you know, great for her, that she's eating a lot of protein. Very good, I hear. But, like, so she ran out of the store with that, and the security just didn't care. And then, right, I get to the checkout line, and all the self-checkouts but 2 are down. It's like 9 self-checkouts that aren't available. And so the line is, like, backed up all the way into the store. And so I think the point of a convenience store is the self-checkout's meant to be there all the time. I used to live next to a Sainsbury's local, if you want to know. The store I used to live next to. I used to live next to a Sainsbury's local. And if there would be 2 self-checkouts, and if both self-checkouts were full, a person would come around to man a checkout to get the line done faster. Because they were like, you should never wait for a checkout at a convenience store. Otherwise, it's not convenient. But I was there like, wait, why am I getting a worse service for paying for this food than you do if you steal for it, right? If I'd have just walked out right now. Oh, wait, chat. There was lava that close to spawn. I was going to do a whole search around where I would have found cherry, I would have found birch, would have found pale oak. Would have got some real cool stuff. But I've got some lava worked out now. So I'm going to quickly flex on Java players by doing one of these. Yeah. And then we're going to chop down some trees. And life will be good. But it's interesting because a lot of people only think about crime on like the level of like... Because, you know, there was someone in the store, by the way. I should mention this. Someone in the store was really upset that someone was walking out without paying. The security guard didn't care. You know, effectively, you know... Tesco PLC had no real caring about the fact they just lost £150. Neither did, you know, their agents in the store did not care. But it felt like everyone else was like, wait a minute. Like, I know that either this proves that I don't need to pay for my stuff, or if you know, like because we assume that big companies like Tesco need to make a profit, that this means prices go up for everyone else. Or, at the very least, it's even just a question of fairness, right? Like, why do I work hard at my job? I don't know what job he did. Maybe he doesn't work hard. Maybe he's retired. Maybe he works professionally breaking into people's houses. And he's like, the reason I break into houses in the day is so I can get money to pay for things lawfully at night. And he's like, why do I do this when I could just skip the middleman and commit the crimes to get my meat that I want? But it made me realize that, like, yeah, a lot of people think about it just on the level of, like, you know, it's petty theft. Is it really worth it? Like, maybe the person needs the stuff. But I think a lot of people would rather you live in a society where, you know, someone can pay for it. Even if they're paying less, or even if they're getting, you know, given money to pay. So that you can fundamentally believe that, you know, it is the amount of, you know, that the choice between how much stuff you get and not is based on something you can control, and not on how bad are you willing to be, you know? Not on how much are you willing to be a bit socially awkward. Because I think it is very socially awkward to steal. Also, oh, rip. You know, I feel like you're breaking the, you know, it's just a bit awkward watching someone run out of a bunch of stuff and being like, you know, you make me feel like someone should be doing something about this, maybe. I feel like it's definitely not me, though. It's not my job or responsibility. But you make me feel like it is, the way you look me in the eyes as you grab all those Tony Chocolonely bars off the shelf. You're told not to chase spoofs. It's okay. But if it's like, I feel bad for this horse, yeah. I don't think they're allowed to do anything about it except call the police. Yeah, it's an interesting thing because that is as a business, it actually is the correct thing to say, look, as long as you live in a society where most people are willing to pay, whether it's a 1% theft rate or a 2% theft rate, it's not worth spending a bunch on security guards to then open you up to liability. Because, you know, like, if someone steals from a store, and your security guards are any amount disproportionate, and you hurt them, like, it's never worth hurting someone over 100 pounds of meat or a 4-pound chocolate bar. You know, it's never worth hurting someone on a legal level because the risk is just so, you know, it's like you know, even if it's a 1 in a million chance of causing £1 million of damage, then it's like, well, I'd rather just take the risk situation where that doesn't happen. Okay, chat, let's go do this. The store's company insurance pays back the stolen goods. But then if you think about it that way, right, but who pays for the insurance on the stolen goods? It's the store, right? Insurance is never oh, yeah, it's actually free to do this. It just changes the risk profile. To now, instead of them losing money £100 at a time, they pay for an insurance policy that costs X amount of million. Yeah, it's a really interesting one. It was weird to me because, yeah, I kind of, like, feel a bit weird when people are really upset about it, but also, like, you know, I know it's one of those things that I'm trying to get. It's like, why would someone care? Well, why would someone be so upset that it's like a big deal that they whip out their phone? Because I've seen so many videos of people who have done precisely that, and I think there is something about like the world where store people, you know, like you be that like the checkout person or the stockers or the security guards, in a world where you feel like they won't do anything to protect the, you know, like it's a weird one, right? Like some people say like, well, obviously they work for, you know, that obviously they shouldn't do anything about it. Like it's just a job. They shouldn't risk anything over a job. But it's a weird way in which we can become very detached from like the consequences of, you know, like in an ideal world, everyone who works at a business cares about that business, right? Like there's some argument that as an employee, your dream, your responsibility for anything business related is absolved, and all you have to think about is like clock in at the start of the day, clock in at the end. But I think the world works better if everyone feels like they care about what they do. And I think it's like a very strong admission of like not caring if you have to be like, yeah, oh my, whoever predicted that one, by the way, massive credit. That is a Bedrock bug that just killed me. So, got bug rocked. If you scoop up lava, it will temporarily place it back down. And what it did just there is it scooped up the lava and immediately placed it. Do you want to see this? Do you want to go back live, watch a bug rock in action? I think that'd be fun to do. Let's do it. So, I am going to hope that there is nothing here, that everything's fine. So, chat, here is my screen. Yep. And so here is my stream. Let's give it a watch back. So if you look right here, you can see at 8:30. Okay, so is there two me's now? Am I sat over the past me? Okay, let me show you this one. Let me show you this chat. This is a classic bug rock. It's one that I should have been aware of because it's been around for so long. Okay, so I've got my water bucket. I've got my portal made fully. Now I just want to light the thing on fire, right? Okay, so that's the portal made fully. I want to light the portal on fire. So what do? I go to grab a lava source. But look what happens when I grab the lava source. The lava source grabs, and immediately that same second comes onto me. Do you see that? Like, let's go frame by frame on this one. So I don't have lava in my hand. And then the next second, do you see that? I never have lava in my hand. One frame, there's no lava bucket. Like, go back, I don't have lava. There's no lava in my hand ever. I never had a lava bucket, because what happens is the moment I press the lava bucket, it scoops it up and moves it in front of me. And because it moves it so close to my path, there's nothing I can do besides instantly die. I died, and it was exactly the way someone predicted. But, to be clear here, we cannot blame that exclusively on the bug rock. We cannot blame that exclusively on me. The stream is zoomed in. Oh, sorry. So you can't see it? Okay. I can show you just in this little corner right here if you want then. This is what my streams look like to me. So, zoom way ahead. Okay, look at this stream in this little corner if you can. Or I'll just, like, control plus it. There we go. Okay, so look at my little stream. And look at that back. Again, I'm going to do this frame by frame analysis here. I have no lava in my hand. Notice that. There's no lava at all. But the moment I go to pick up the lava, on the exact same frame that I pick up the lava, literally 0 frame difference, 0 seconds, effectively, in terms of how you can respond, it picks up and moves the lava on the same frame. No video game should have 2 inputs occur on the same second, especially sequential inputs. Because it's doing this, the one left trigger is treated as, oh, scoop up a bucket, and then later the same frame as, oh, there's a bucket of lava, let's place that down, and that causes this. RIP. Whoopsie. Actually, wait. I technically didn't die the same frame, though. It took an extra you can see I was already dead here, though. I had 0 hearts. So I took the damage, and then another frame later, I'm dead. RIP, 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 rip. GG. Do you want to see something fun, by the way? If you're curious, here's what my my live stream analytics looks like. So you can see stream health. Stream is healthy. Stream's had a physical activity look up. It's great. You can see viewer activity. Oh, that's great. Thank you. Minecraft, but you can mine and craft. Very high quality. Thank you, Polly, by the way. I hope that I am, in fact, doing well. Thank you for mentioning. And then the analytics shows these things. As you can see, my concurrent viewers slowly steps up as we start streaming. The chat rate is very relevant based on what we're doing. And the overall views is a more steady upwards graph. Because even though our viewers are increasing, it means more people are choosing to stay, but roughly the same number of people are entering the stream. Right now, as I'm talking about this though, fewer viewers have entered because who wants to watch a stream of a guy looking at his stream? Which is why concurrent viewers has also dropped, dripped, dropped, dripped. Anyway, okay. Hopefully that was good for you. Hopefully you learned something. But we just got bedrocked. Honestly, I like this challenge as an idea. I think it's a real silly fun one. I'm not a coder, but I feel like that's a really easy problem to fix. Totally agree. Definitely is. So yeah, this is the lava pit. It's so close to spawn, by the way. Do you see how close that was to where my original path would have been? And I just didn't see it. Even at night, I saw lava there, but none over here. And then the other thing to point out is, like, this is even cooler of a seed than I thought it was. Having a tiny little pale garden over there, that is a game changer, just for the sake of not having to go super far. So yeah, chat. Tomorrow is going to be a really long stream day, and I know it's super lame, but I think we're gonna cap it off here. I think that this is a stream that is going to take a lot of energy, and I want to make sure that based on how it's gone so far, I haven't even got to the super stressful bits. I think I'm going to save that for tomorrow. So tomorrow, chat, let me tell you about it. If you don't mind me using this as a little hype promo opportunity. Tomorrow, chat, we are going to be streaming in the Let's Play world for about 5 to 7 hours, something in that ballpark. I've got an obligation in the afternoon. Otherwise, I'm going to be playing with it. I've got a update video ready and excited. I think it's not ready yet, actually, but it should be ready by tomorrow. I've got some things I'm going to do to prepare for the update, and then some things I want to do immediately afterwards. We're going to go right into the drop and play around with everything new. Also, just as Ad and Sony joins, you want to avoid Ad and Sony specifically. Dasher, don't give away the game. Oh no, I guess we have to go right now. No, for real, I'm glad that I could catch you, Ad and Sony, though. I'm always excited. It's going to be a long stream tomorrow, though. There's an update, or there's a drop, and it's the last drop in the 1.20x system. So I want to have some fun with it. This has been a fun stream, chat. It's been a disastrous one. But don't let anyone let you believe that it wasn't fun. Yeah, cow tools. I'm glad the 1.21 point long update title is coming to an end. I have a little bit of emotionality about that. But it does mean that, yeah, tomorrow is our last 121 1x update. And so who's looking forward to that? I'm looking forward to that. And maybe you should too. Also, you know what? If we're here anyway, should we just go get an achievement? Should we just get the ones that I don't have done? I've only got 8 achievements I've not unlocked, chat. Sort by in progress, not started. What have I not started? Only a few of these. Yeah, chat. I feel like all the achievements I don't have are ludicrously easy. Should I just quickly get one? Should I just quickly? Should I just quickly pop into my survival world and just quickly get this achievement? I feel like I could get 3 of these quite quickly. Poison a witch for a splash potion. That sounds easy too. Let's go do it. Let's go. Wait, poison a witch though. That means that is actually trickier. Yeah, screw it, chat. I said I'd see you tomorrow, but I've got a problem saying goodbye. Tell us when you roughly plan to start tomorrow. 5 hours before now, roughly. 5 hours before now. 5 hours prior to this second. 5 hours, 10 minutes, roughly. So 19 hours from now. Set a timer on your phone. Chat, I'm gonna do it right now. It'll go off tomorrow. It'll be great. Timer. 19 hours. 19 hours, chat. It's going. See you there. Do you have the one of killing a mob while wearing their head? Surprisingly, yes. Yeah, chat, let's go get an achievement. Let's go like I need to get this done. When Toycat says bye for the first time, that means there's at least 10 minutes remaining. I believe this is the polite way that you say goodbye. If you say bye and then go away, you look cold. You look like you didn't really want to be there in the first place. If you say bye and it takes 12 years, it's a sign you're really friends. It's an afternoon stream. Yeah, afternoon all the way through to evening. Like to about now or a bit later, maybe even. Okay, so let's go grab a bow and let's go grab a splash potion of poison. Why is it so laggy? What is wrong with the world today? Is my render distance set too high? It could be that. Yeah, it's so weird. It could be the memory leak isn't fixed on Realms. Yeah, chat, what is happening here? This is definitely an Irish goodbye. An Irish goodbye would be this. That's where I would cut the stream to commit to the joke. Oh, it's fixed. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, so poison potion of splash. That's a tricky one, actually. Do I have a bow on me? I don't keep a bow on me, even though I keep a bunch of arrows. So let's go grab a bow. That one should be easy enough if we just use our flat land. It does have to be a bow according to the wording of the achievement. But just a nice, easy, mostly broken bow. That'll get the job. Oh, actually, there's a bow sitting literally right there, chat. What a perfect moment. So here is a bow. Achievement number 1, if I can do that. Then we need to... So I need to go find a place for my lodestones. I think I've got a big collection of them over here. Put those in. I've got some quartz and some magma to deal with. So quartz goes in there. Bedrock. Bro has all the entities. I do have all the entities. Yeah, actually, a fun thing is my Let's Play should be up very soon. Is it up right now, actually? Let's quickly find out. No, I'm switching to the wrong account repeatedly. Yeah, there's a Let's Play out right soon. And that'll be fun. Okay. So, lag is scary. Let's go get these achievements, chat. Let's go do it. So, I think Potion of Harming on a Witch or Poison is going to be one we should start with. The Golden Apple Stencil is like... That's like a copy of a world type of deal. In progress. So that's the only one in progress. Frostwalker Boots should be real easy too. A deep ocean, though. That's an interesting one. I don't know what is going to count as a deep ocean in this world. So, bow and arrows for more than 50 meters. I can do that. 50 blocks from a shulker is surprising that I haven't done that. Also, 5 llamas. But yeah, let's do the easiest 2. Let's, I forgot I have this little hidey place. So let's go out. Let's go up. Now let's do this. Oh no, oh, it's laggy. It's laggy, chat. I need to go here and make it smaller so I can actually read chat. Thank you for the streams to help me study during my finals week. You're welcome. I'm glad you enjoy them. Bonnie Pillow, thank you for choosing to become a member. Oh yeah, look at that. Whenever we load new chunks, the world is lagging. It's not me, it's the world. Oh, so bad. So bad. So I think I've got a big potion chest here. So I think poison you have to make with like... You have to use fermented spider eyes for poison, I think. Pretty sure it's fermented spider eye. So how do you ferment a spider eye? You take a regular spider eye and you ferment it using sugar and mushroom. Mushrooms... Dunno. Sugar? Oh, I don't have any sugar. Okay, there's gonna be sugar in here. So that's one thing down. Where do we get brown mushrooms from? I hope we happen to have one in this chest, and we do. Perfect. So we ferment a spider eye. Beautiful. Put the fermented spider eye in here with 3 bottles. I think 2 will be fine. Am I gonna want a poison potion more than once? Probably not, right? Let's make that gamble. So let's turn these into something else first. Right here. 1, 2. Yeah, let's and then let's in the meantime see if there's any skeletons hanging around. Chat, I'm excited to shoot a skeleton. I don't know where I'm gonna find one. You passed the sheep, that's why it lagged. Why does it specify 50 meters instead of blocks? I like to see it as a passive-aggressive Europeans making Americans learn the metric system. It's like, what the heck even is a meter? It's the what the heck is a kilometer meme, but a little bit worse. Yes, a 7359 days no-hit Minecraft run. Wait, what? I'm doing pretty well so far. Odrag, I hope you can be proud of me. Hope we don't ruin it today. Also, yes, thank you. I'm not studying, but I'm doing laundry while I watch you. Oh no, I messed that up entirely. But I'm doing laundry while I watch, says Haley Jones. Haley Jones, I'm glad to be your laundry company today. If I was any more your laundry company, I would start charging you, or you would start charging me, and or you would start working for me, and then together we would, you know, like sell laundry to people, and the laundry you'd be doing wouldn't be for you, it'd be like kind of like a commercial endeavor. So collectively we might be making a good bit of money on the side, but we'd have a lot of overheads. Like we'd have to. Oh, this is weakness. Ah, people tried to correct you. Thank you for trying to correct me.
Quid for respiration 3 on your helmet.
Quid for respiration 3 on my helmet. Oh. No, I'm still stubborn about not putting respiration on there, so it doesn't encourage bad habits. Does it have to be poison on a witch? I'm gonna test that it doesn't have to be, chat. So let's get out. Let's now go out into the forest. Let's go find a skeleton and shoot him from 50 meters away. 50 meters is a while, by the way. Like, that's like here to like there. It's gonna be a trick shot, is what I'm saying. And it's gonna be horizontal distance too. I can't use vertical, which is sadly where my instinct lies. But 50 meters should be easy otherwise. Maybe like a nice long tunnel would help, because that way he won't be able to move very much. Yeah, that seems clever. Otherwise, you know, let's just fly this way. I have a bunch of space and a llama, and he's vanished. Do you see that? Yeah, every time I go into new chunks, chat, things get laggy. I guess realms. Hey, there's a skeleton. Okay, how far away from this skeleton can we get before he just despawns? So he is currently at. Oh my god, it's so laggy. He's at 483. Let's say he goes all the way out to 490 before he gives up on me. That means I need to get to 540. Okay, he's not giving up on me, chat. He's not giving up on me. I could put him in a boat. Or this guy. This guy is a way better example. So we'll kill this one. Okay, chat. That skeleton, how far away is he? Like 30 blocks max, right? So it's hard to get much further away from him. Should I shoot from here and... No, that's just not 50 blocks. There's just no world in which that is 50 blocks. If it counts sideways blocks, I could maybe like shoot from up here. Yeah, that might be 50 meters. Okay, chat. Was that an achievement? I'm at 396,506. And he was at 368,518. I don't think that's 50 meters. I think that's 50 blocks if you measure taxi cab. But it probably measures direct distance. I bet Minecraft has the ability. I guess that's why it doesn't say blocks than Adam Sony, actually. If it's distant, like, you might have 50 blocks, but less than 50 meters if going diagonally. Or more than 50 blocks. So, you know, the distance isn't the same. Which does change how you have to think about these things. So, yeah, I think we want a nice big plains like this. And we want to find a skeleton and then just run away from him. It is harder than it seems. Okay, so there we go. So that skeleton is at about, let's get this right, about 630. He's at about Z630. So if I can just get to Z580, and maybe a little bit to the side too, and then shoot him, that's achievement. Oh no! He despawns, it's Bedrock! Oh, it's a hard achievement on Bedrock, because he's going to despawn. So we have to do something to make a mob not despawn, and then do that. But that gives you a good idea of the distance, at least. If there was a skeleton near that zombie, we'd be good. Pillar up 50. Horrors. Okay, so there's one. There's one. Chat, I'm going to get some good distance between me and that skeleton, and then shoot. That, he despawned just after being hit there, which makes me think that should count. But yeah, this might be like a trap them in a boat so they don't despawn sort of thing. Because otherwise it doesn't seem very possible. I don't remember increased sim distance. On a realm you can't dasher. Microsoft are paying the hosting bill, and that hosting bill goes up if you have more sim distance. So, no sim distance for you. It's a little sad, but, you know. It's to be fair, actually, they did increase it temporarily, and a lot of people got mad. So, give them some credit, I guess. Why is the moon so pale? I don't even see the moon. Good question. There's so many eggs around here, chat. Why do you think that is? So, getting another skeleton without him despawning. Yeah, that might actually be... It might have to be that you boat it. You can't just freehand shoot a skeleton. You gotta, like, attack one, put him in a boat. You gotta do something to make sure he can't move and not despawn either. Because they just despawn from too close. That happened twice. You saw it both times, right? The first time he despawned before I fired, and the second time he got hit. But I didn't get to, like, confirm if it was enough. So we'll quickly check. But as it stands, I have 8 achievements left to go. And I have not started... This is tricky. This is tricky. Also, set to in progress. Huh. I could argue that 50 blocks is in fact a distance. However, I want to not be argumentative today. Nah, let's argue anyway. You know, Adam Sony, you'd be right. 50 blocks would be a distance equivalent to 50 meters. But the implication, if you use... You know, like, I feel like... I do think there's an interesting perception difference between what that means. If I'm wrong about how I'm perceiving it, then obviously it's dumb and they should just do it correctly. But if I'm not, then I'm probably still dumb and doing it incorrectly. Anyway, with that said, I hope you all enjoyed today's stream. I didn't get an achievement at the end, but it was fun anyway. We are definitely going to do a half-heart thing or something like it in the future. But tomorrow, it's going to be big for the Let's Play. Oh, the sun is, yeah, really weird today too. Dashy, you made me self-conscious about my celestial objects in my Minecraft world. But yeah, congrats to 7,360 days. Smart idea using 20 half hearts. Great to see you, Kodak. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow will be a mega stream. I'm going to go catch up with all the other stuff required for that. But if you enjoyed this Let's Play, or if you enjoyed this, go watch the Let's Play. It's about what you should do before the update comes out in 19-ish hours. Thank you! And especially for Kodak. I love me some cash money. Use it to buy some popcorn. Anyway, yeah, have a good one, and I'll see you tomorrow. Good night!